Welcoming KJ Noons here to the program on MMAOddsBreaker, getting ready to fight Josh Burkman, UFC Fight Night 82. Obviously, he's in the hotel room. He's already set up. You've already got through some media, right? You still got some workouts to go. It's Wednesday. What's it like? Like Wednesdays, like traditionally, it's media day, right? So there's a lot of press, a lot of other extra crap you got to do.
Yeah, if we fly in last night and then today I got a good night's rest last night, kind of.
Hold
Today's
on.
a little media
Kind
shoot.
of. Why only a good night sleep? Kind of. Is it weird bed? Like weird noises? Like somebody's in the
Yeah,
room snoring?
they put us at the Monte Carlo, I guess, because the MGM's full, and somebody, I guess, the shotgun range was right outside my.
No,
Oh,
they're shooting Born 5. They're shooting the Born 5 movie out in front of the hotel. You are literally
no.
right in the street where they're shooting, like where the Monte Carlo sits. That's the strip right in front of you is where they're shooting the movie.
Oh man, it was construction like crazy. Like I was up at 6:30, but I mean, I still got a good amount of sleep. It's better than when I'm at home because I got two kids and I haven't slept for like 4 years.
So you're getting too much sleep almost then is the problem.
Yeah, yeah. If you would ask my wife, yeah,
Yeah, and oh crap. And too, right next door to the Monte Carlo is the new hockey stadium, the new arena they're putting up too. So all that construction, you're in a
yeah.
really weird spot. Do you know where your opponent's staying? Is Josh staying at Monte Carlo with you? Is he over at MGM?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they moved a lot of people over here to Monte Carlo. I don't know, but I moved rooms, so
Oh,
so
okay.
I,
Okay.
well, I'm good. But like I said, it was good enough sleep, better than sleeping at home.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting up. How old are your kids now?
I got a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old.
So you're still getting up in the middle of the night. There's still, some crying going to bed. Sometimes they go down at 8 o'clock or whatever, and then sometimes
Oh,
they're up at 8:30, and it's just how it works, man. Like you're in
oh,
that crazy
yeah.
time.
Up all day, all night running. My buddy's got two boys. They're like 7 and 8. I go, hey man, when did you start sleeping? He goes, sleep? I haven't slept yet.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. So how how much do you have to do for your wife after the fights are over? Because she's got to pick up a lot of the slack that you're like, I can't get up, at 5 a.m. and still make it to workout on time and be functional. I can't, have extra baby duties in the middle of the afternoon when I'm trying to rest between practices. So you've obviously got to do something special and extra for your wife once the fights are over to make it up to her because she has to pick up a lot of the burden. Is there anything planned already, or is it you just don't you kind of play it
No,
by ear?
any plan like as far as like taking her on a trip or something, or
Yeah.
like just you reconnect and probably go on a couple dates and back to normal life. So,
What's normal life for KJ News though? Like most of us don't even know what your normal life is like.
ooh, right now, well, currently I work. I do small business funding for companies at a company called Reliant. That's like my normal day job.
Yeah.
And then I'll work out before work, after I'll work out before work, after work, and then I work as a firefighter reserve for Heartland Rescue and Fire on the weekend. Trying to become a firefighter eventually. So yeah, busy guy, and I got two kids and a wife.
You're This raises a weird question because you're a name in the sport. It's not like you're brand new to the game. You've been around for a long time, but you're doing a full time job of fighting, another full time job, and another part time job, plus raising kids, all while competing. Is
Yeah.
it the assumption is from at home that you're making enough money just to be a full time fighter? Are you do these other things because you're bored and are trying to advance, or is it like, well, the money's not where it should be for a guy of your stature?
It's a combination of things, not fighting enough. When you lose, you get half a paycheck. Trying to, I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to compete at the top level
Yeah.
and still work my way up. But you never know when your last fight could be. So if let's say I get an injury during training camp, I don't get a check. I got two sons. It's not like before where I could just be like, hey, babe, I'm broke. Let's go fight and make a load of money and just travel and do whatever. What I mean, it's
Yeah.
different. So I took some time off too to do a few different things and follow up on my do some educational things, go back to school, and try and look for something else, past fighting in case it doesn't, in case I get injured or it doesn't work out. I mean, you got to have that backup plan when you have kids. So
You obviously trying to be a fireman. You went to EMT school and had to get your EMT license already.
yeah, I just got a fire academy
Okay.
back in. So that was last year. I did that Fire Academy, and then I wanted to take a break. So
Yeah.
after that fight in Brazil, and then
Hmm.
now I'm back at it. So it's just a little bit, it's changing. Always changing, always trying to improve and do different things.
I've always considered you a smart kid. I say kid because you're 10 years younger than me, but I've always considered you pretty smart. And it sounds like to me like the kids might have been the catalyst that kind of pushed you towards it, but you've always been a guy that's always thinking about the future. You're present in the moment
Yeah.
now, but you also realize that, dude, it could be gone. The house could be gone. The car could be gone. Like, what am I going to do? Is
Oh
these
yeah.
things? Is you being a fireman your retirement plan? You look to getting a full retirement from the fire department? Is that your main goal?
I'm not hired yet. I've been
Yeah.
applying because that would be my future goal. But
Mhm.
sometimes a lot of people think it's the bottles and models and you're living the high life as a professional athlete, and realistically it's really not that. It's really not that. It's a lot of sacrifice, and unless you're making the big bucks, the top name guys, and it's you're just struggling to get up there. So I got to just take care of what I got to take care of.
If my memory's correct, I think Chris Lytle, before he retired, was still in the fire department, and Stipe Miocic is still a fireman and works full time and trains around it. And obviously it's an
Yeah.
active job. Being a fireman is a very active job. It's not like you're sitting on your butt in front of a computer all day.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to get some work in. You can definitely get some reps in for sure.
Yeah.
While you're at the firehouse, so that's great. I'm glad to hear that you're actually.
Hopefully sooner than later, But
Yeah.
I definitely keep continuing the fighting. It's good, it's fun, and yeah, I enjoy it.
So you're fighting Josh Burkman. His first time down at 155. He was at 70. You've been at 70 in the past. Um, how do you feel this matchup has made for you? Because you said you want to fight in the top end and fight the top guys, but also too you had to take a break after school. You had to take you got to be a little bit more present at home for your kids. So all that takes a little bit away from you, from athletically and from training. Obviously.
Yeah.
So how do you feel this fight as a matchup where it places you? You beat Josh by knocking him out, or you submit him. Where does it put you in the hierarchy of the division at 155?
I think, well, I know he hasn't fought at 155. I think for myself, it's more to showcase kind of where I'm at as a fighter and kind
Okay.
of where I, because I don't think he's really, ranked at 155, but kind of showcase, where I'm at, where I stand and how I've evolved and where I'm kind of going, as a fighter of the future. I think that's more the punctual point I'm trying to make.
What was it like going through training camp trying to game plan for Josh? Because he seems to change just a little bit every time he fights, but really, he's basically the same Utah-based fighter that he's been his entire career. He kind of comes at you and swings. He
Yeah.
fights. He's game. He's even on the days when he's off, he's still pretty well on. He's a tough gamer every single time. Improves his ground game and he's improved his back. So those kind of things always come into play. Was it difficult to come up with a game plan?
No, I got a really good coach, Vince Salvatore. He's has a very high fighter IQ. I feel like I can dissect and have a good fighter IQ also, but I just get caught up in wanting to be the toughest and the baddest and going out there and always staying away from the game plan. If you want to look at what Josh has to offer, I mean, he's a good athlete. I mean, I was a great athlete, growing up. I'm probably a
Yeah.
better athlete. So if I just put my fighter IQ, my skills to what I think I can do, because remember I grew up fighting.
Yeah.
I'm not a good athlete. So I think if I use my head and stay instead of just want to get in there and hey, let's just throw down, let's see who's the better person. I think I'd have a good advantage over a lot of people in the fight game.
You've been fighting since about 2002, if I'm correct, right? Um,
Uh, pro since 18 as a boxer and kickboxer, about 50 something pro fights.
so you've seen both kickboxing, boxing, and MMA completely change in your fight career.
Oh yeah,
Like they're totally different sports. MMA especially because it is such an infant, sport. There's so much to learn, so much to do still within the game, and his rules are changing, left and right every time we turn around. Is there anything about the sport right now, MMA specifically, that you are extremely surprised about from 2005 when you were in the game?
extremely surprised. No, it's grown. It's awesome that it's grown so big, and I think eventually it's gonna be big, really big paydays for fighters. Like eventually boxing. Who knows? Probably not your era or my era.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
it's grown. Great. A lot of people know about it. People are getting paid right now, and it's just everyone knows about it. Everyone knows about MMA, and it's really just grown tremendously, super fast.
With the likes of Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor, with the help of Chael Sonnen, it's kind of come to the way where trash talking and entertainment can actually increase your dollar amount. And so I think the bigger paydays are going to be a lot quicker than like 3 years ago. We wouldn't have
Yeah,
ever seen it, but I think now we might be within 3 years of huge paydays happening and the whole card making. Where my goal is hopefully one day to see the prelims making $100,000 to walk in, like the prelim guys making 100 grand, and the main event guys are making on record $6-8 million. Every time they come in.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, it's getting there. They're it's getting up there. That's for sure for the top guys.
yeah, definitely for the top 3%. Um, how many more fights do you have to win to be that guy with him? Like, hey, let's start talking about big money, big numbers.
I think after this fight, if I can have a good showing, I'd like to get some of the top 15, a crack at the top 15, and go from there. Like I said, I think a lot of it's really up to me how I want to play the fight. If I'm gonna just be the guy that wants to be like, hey, let's throw down and try to get fight of the night, or use my brain and try to fight like an intelligent fighter and win, and still come in athletically, but a little bit smarter.
Yeah, there is some of that attack, just go nuts, a blitzkrieg kind of style of fighting that doesn't work. And you win some, you lose some, but at the end of the day, really it comes down to record. If you're 10-0 versus 9-1, it's a huge difference in pay when your contract runs up. They do seem to
Sure.
put a big number on that. Wow, your last 10 fights you're undefeated kind of thing. It's kind of weird, but
But
that's
yeah,
just how the game goes. So
yeah,
KJ, thanks for coming out here. I appreciate it. I'm gonna let you go because I know you got another busy day ahead of you. Try and get some better sleep tonight.
yeah. Appreciate it, man. Pleasure speaking to you, Frank.
Thanks, bro. Talk to you soon.
I see ya.